What's up, guys?
How you doing?
We're on location here at Hobbytown, Houston. This is, of course, Joshua C. He's been on the showcase before, and we did the showcase swap. And just like Dion, he works here. So he also has a ton of his stuff on display. So we're just making everything happen all at once. So this should be pretty good. So he's got quite a few kits for us to look at. Some Gunpla, some not. One not, I guess.
Yeah.
And realistically, he's actually trying to do more work on one kit while we're filming. I don't understand the craziness of this gentleman here.
It just needs to be done.
It is done. It's done. It's just not complete.
It needs to be done better.
No, it needs to be done more.
Yes.
Is what you're getting at. So first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the very non-Gundam thing he's got here, but it's so friggin' cool. And so, of course, we have not Mega Man. Because a lot of people just went, isn't that Mega Man? And then everybody else went, shut up, it's Proto Man.
It's his brother.
And then you have the three people go, isn't that Zero? And then, no, in fact, oh yeah, you're right, it is his brother. Good call. But yeah, no, it is actually a Proto Man. And what kit is this? Who made this?
This actually comes from Kotobukiya. They have a very small range of Mega Man, technically Rockman kits. And Proto was the second one to come out, so I love Proto Man probably more than any of the other Mega Men, so had to go for it.
I mean, it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, and you did a good job painting it. Was this your first foray into metallics?
I've done some practice before. This was the first time that I had really done it on a full kit, and it was technically preparation for some other projects that I'm planning on.
Some hush-hush stuff.
Yeah, you'll see later on. It'll be featured on another showcase, I'm sure.
Oh, thanks. Isn't it nice how he just inserts himself into more work? It's okay, we love the work here. But yeah, no, this thing is cool. I mean, dude, it really looks like it came from a toy factory, ready to go. And that paint is just, as always, your paint work is very crisp.
A lot of fun,
good.
A lot of work, a lot of layers.
And see, last time we looked at your custom local type.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Oh, by the way, you've seen my custom local type, whereas these people have not. What do you think of it so far?
I'm liking it. I'm liking the direction that you're putting it in.
Yeah. And guys, he did actually help me find some parts that I needed in the store, because I was having a heck of a time. But of course, why not ask the man who works here if they have a thing that I need? But anyways, we'll talk Proto Man here. And of course, he is modeling all plastic. Is it the same kind of oddball feeling plastic that Kotobukiya is known for?
Yeah, Koto plastic is weird. If you've built any Bandai models, it's not quite as solid, but it's also not quite as flexible. It's this weird blend where it's
harder and softer at the same time.
Exactly.
It's brittle, I guess, is what we're going with.
Yeah, it's brittle, and the tolerances are pretty strange if you're used to Bandai.
Yeah, they do, because just a few frame arms kits I've done, the tolerances are sometimes dead on right, and sometimes they're just, hey, I might have a joint.
Like, they go together well, but be really, really sure before you push those pegs together, because you may not be
It may not come back. Yeah, been there. I've had to do that. And people keep asking me why I haven't changed my Werewolf Spectre to anything else. I'm like, well, I think it likes being this way.
About that.
Yeah, about that. So, but I mean, it is pretty cool, and it does come with at least this beam effect.
Yes, he's got a single beam effect, not like the...
And we're not going to talk about what it looks like.
It looks like a beam effect.
It does. Good job, Proto Man.
He comes with the beam effect, and he comes with the energy canister.
And he is posable.
Yes, he is
I just don't want to push it too hard. That's pretty cool. Now I'm noticing it looks like there's a little bit of gold under his hand there. Is that just the paint?
Yes, that's the layering that actually gives it that reflective metallic effect. It's using a gloss black base for the actual shine, and then gold underneath that makes it metallic, and then it's actually, to me, a clear red on top of the gold.
Okay, so it's almost, and well, if you added technically another layer, it'd be candy at that point.
Yeah, and then there's the pledge coat on top of that. So
basically, it's what I did with my Gold Ranger, where I did a gloss black undercoat and then gold on top. So if I really wanted to go further, I would just paint a clear color on top of that. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, it also gives it that glowing hue.
Yeah,
It's
and
like-
that's why I use the gold instead of, say, a silver color, because it would give you the same shine, but it's not a warm red. It's a kind of darker red. It's kind of hard to explain, but you can very much see the difference between the two.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anybody who's painted cars
Mm-hmm.
for a living knows these tricks for sure. Got it. Always careful. Always grip.
Especially with Kodo joints.
Yes. Okay, so we got a nice little, almost universal. So I assume it's a ball joint in here, and then this is like a disc type. Nope, not up. Okay. I'm just not pushing it. I feel resistance. Nope, not going to go that way.
No.
Does it have a bicep rotation?
Yes.
Yes, it
there is
does.
a bicep rotation
Wow, that
right
is
there
so.
at the elbow.
Or is it? Okay, it's elbow
Yeah, it's
rotation.
at the elbow.
It's. I was gonna say, man, that's good because they had the line there, but that's not actually what it's for. It looks pretty cool, and you got just gloss black for the joints.
Yeah, so they got the same gloss black that the robot parts got the base for, so it still looks nice and shiny and metallic.
Now, does he actually have eyes underneath the visor?
No, he does not. The visor plugs directly into his face.
Does it plug into the eye holes? Because that would be creepy.
No, there's
It's like here's your visor.
Yep, this is how you see.
It's going all Geordie LaForge on us. I do like the scarf.
Yes.
Scarf is a word, guys. I'm
There's,
just gonna.
there's a
this
tiny
is-
little
I don't want to
kind
pull
of
the shield
dog
off.
bone in there that lets it move up and down. And so you got a ball joint on a ball joint to give it some mobility.
So if you put it straight down, it'd just be a tiny cape.
Yeah.
I like it though. It looks cool. He's got a little, just a slight grimace on his face. You guys know anything about Proto Man? He always had a bad attitude.
Yeah, and he's got a couple other faces. One is just like complete neutral, and then another is like a confident smirk. But the frown seemed best for him.
So it's almost, in some ways, kind of like the figure-eye standards
Yeah.
in that aspect.
And yeah, you just kind of like pull out the white part on the top of his helmet, and it lets the shades and the face pop out, so you can swap out the faces.
Gotcha. That's cool. Oh, it almost looks like he's like on guard. Stabby, stabby.
No, that comes later.
And yes, he did steal the shield from turn A. The big canoe shield.
Yep.
But this thing is actually very cool. Oh yeah, we didn't. I guess we glossed over it a little bit, but the energy tank, that's cool. Mm-hmm. So brought to you by Energy Tank. And there went the thingy. No. Oh wow, that is a tiny ball joint.
Yeah.
Nice. And yeah, I was trying to pull the shield off a second ago, and I'm like, nope, never mind.
Yeah.
That is a tiny peg that it's on.
The shield has a separate peg on there too that everything attaches to, so that you can actually have him hold it with another alternate hand.
No, you. There we go.
Rider kick.
Oh, I gotta point the hand down towards the foot.
Yep.
It is fun. I'm being careful, guys, because if I break it, I won't be welcome here anymore.
I also like
That is cool.
everything that he's doing while holding the energy canister. It makes it seem like he's just got a mug of coffee.
Yeah. Worth it. That was definitely worth it. Now he's going full crossbones on me.
Yep.
Just always going to lift the hand. Hold on. Now, if you could tilt the head up, he would be going full. Okay, so then we'll look at the arm. It's actually very Iron Man-like. Hold on, we'll go autofocus. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't just peg in?
Yeah, it's a little peg that's on the energy canister that just slots into the hand.
Nice. I'm not going to bother to pull it off. Coolness. I like it. How much are these kits, by the way?
This one, it goes for about 25 here in the store. You probably find it for about 30 online.
It's a Kodo kit.
It's a Kodo kit.
It is for sure.
What happens?
The funny thing, I mean, it looks perfectly fine, but now it just looks like he's got a little crappy ascot on. He's actually the Fred robot.
Yeah.
Need a little Scooby-Doo. Ooh, do they have a rush? No, seriously, do they? That'd be cool.
Not yet.
Oh, they need to.
Yeah, they need to.
And you said they have...
The other ones they have are classic Mega Man, Mega Man Zero,
Yay.
and Roll. And Roll is actually both the original
Wait,
version.
Mega Man X? You mean Mega Man X?
Yeah.
You said Zero.
X. I meant X.
I know what you meant. That's why I was confused. I was like,
Nice if they had Zero.
now you're lying to me. Oh, they
But,
will. I mean...
Yeah, they have Roll, who has both her classic outfit and then the one that's after Mega Man 8.
So do they have Rock, or is it just Mega Man without a helmet?
No, he doesn't have a non-helmeted version, just the helmet.
Okay, well, it is what it is.
Yep.
All right, so that's the first one down. This is going to be a much longer one. Let's see, where do we go next? So, realistically, one of the things that very first got my attention with Josh here was this amazing kit. And it is actually the Archangel from good old Seed and... Well, not Seed Destiny. Yeah, it was in Seed Destiny.
It was in Destiny, yep.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. I forgot when it got blowed up. Actually, it never did get blowed up all the way, if I remember correctly. But either way, it's actually really, really cool. Now, is this actually an official Bandai?
Yes, this is a 1700 scale EX model.
It's very itty-bitty.
There aren't very many in the line, but they've done a few ships
They also
in that
have
scale.
They also have the Eternal.
Yes,
in this
the
scale.
Eternal is part of this series, and then of course original White Base, the Albion, and I think the original version of the
they have the Argama. Yeah, but I think they have. Yeah, they don't have the Nahel. They just have the Argama. But this thing is awesome. I'll probably have to get in a lot closer to get more.
There's a lot of detail on
It's
this
not moving, guys. We're going to leave it where it is. But and for scale reference, here's a tape dispenser because I don't have Wally with me. But yeah, no, I mean, I forgot that has sand in it. I was wondering what the noise was. I guess technically we have an SD here. That's a proper scale. Somebody might actually realize. Some people don't have tape dispensers. What am I thinking? But everybody's got an FDXE on a stand. But anyways, this thing is really, really cool. Did you get this one at the store or did you buy it online?
It was originally from a store. I got it from a friend who got it from a friend who bought it. It was
technically third party at that point.
Yeah, it had a way to go.
That's a bad joke. Third party joke. And is this more like the regular Bandai kits we know where there's a lot of great snap fit, or is this like a regular model kit that's a pain in the ass and you have to glue?
It's kind of a weird intermediate. There's a lot of sections that do need to be glued, and there's no way to get around that fact, but then those small glued sections usually slot into the rest of it and peg like you would expect from a Bandai kit. So it's this weird transition.
I did notice one problem you're going to have to fix. Mm-hmm. It's splitting right there.
Yeah.
That looks like that takes me back to when I was building that P61 way back in the day and trying to get the wings to stay together.
Yep. The fun of classic kits that need to be glued.
Wings always, two-part wings always have that problem, especially if there's a compound curve. Yeah, it just, okay. I was just waiting for it to go flop.
Yep.
Okay. But it has all the classic weaponry. Mm-hmm. We have the Lohengrin. Mm-hmm. We have the... I can't remember all the damn words.
There's so much German.
Tannhausers are the big ones.
Yes, those
down
are
here.
the nice
and
ones.
these, of course, are actually the launcher pads.
Yeah, those are the catapults
that
the Gundams come out of.
Yes. Did it come with tiny Gundams?
It does.
Okay.
It's the Ailstrike, it's the Buster, and then there's that weird ship that I can't remember anyone's names. Yeah, Moo.
Oh,
pilots, the little orange thing.
Yeah. No, I like that thing. I almost don't remember these big cannons on the back.
You don't see them a whole lot, but those are the ones that shoot lightning.
Yeah, they don't use that much, but they always show it launching missiles from back here.
Yeah,
it's got like 5 or 6 little missile pods.
The sections here that are picked out in gray are the missile fire.
And is it me or did somebody really love 50s Cadillacs when designing the back of this?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing like right at the end of a sentence the camera died. So. But yeah, this thing is awesome. And of course, you went to the nines on the details.
Yeah, like your classic glue kits, this thing was cast in one color of plastic. It all came in white, so everything on it had to be painted.
That's what I was getting at, is like there's a lot of paint work here. And after I charge the camera up a little bit, we'll actually get in closer. Because, as usual, my camera can't be charged properly when doing these things. But so far, this thing does look awesome. Let me go ahead and pop this off. And we'll get at least some closer shots.
Yeah, try and get into those catapults.
Okay. There's a... Oh, yeah. That's awesome. But yeah, because I remember you posting original pictures when you were working on it. I was like, dude, I need to see that. And I swear to God, that was like a year and a half ago.
It was a while ago. This one was a long project.
Yeah, because I was considering coming to San Antonio to come see this one. And then you convenient moved to Houston.
Yeah.
I appreciate that,
It all worked out.
You saved me a trip by moving your entire life here.
But yeah, I
appreciate that.
It's Seed, so it was like an off and on project. Not all the time, but coming back to it.
Once again, I'd be really good if I had a... Nice. It's so pretty. And, you know, Seed being one of the series that I started with Gundam, you know, it is really iconic to me.
Yeah, and it's like, I may have issues with Seed's characters and with the story, but I love most of the designs that are in the show. The mechs themselves and the ships in particular are almost always great.
Now, are these little gray blobs, are those supposed to be little, like, machine guns?
Yeah, each one of those, they
deployed.
like swivel around and...
Do they actually move?
They do.
I mean, I'm not going to ask you to do it. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, they're on little swivel joints.
Swivel. Let's go full jobby. Whoa, I'm running into things with the camera. That's cool. I always like the bridge section. It does look neat. It's coming at you guys. Get out the way. Actually, this is not the end you want to be on this. Did anybody else think they would go full Super Robo and turn it into a Gundam? Like, at some point, or actually go full Gurren Lagann. Like, clearly that thing is going to turn into a new giant robot.
It's got legs. They keep calling it the leg ship. It's got to transform.
That is definitely what it called. And of course, actually, the Archangel itself was experimental along with the Gundams in the series. Yeah. And of course, they stole it like everything else. Let's see. Can we turn it a little bit and get the back end?
Yeah.
Or do I just go ahead and put the camera behind it? Here, we'll just sit here and wait. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. I always liked this engine setup for some reason.
Yeah, it's kind of Enterprise, kind of not, you know.
Also, seriously, 50s Cadillac.
Yeah.
Like, without a doubt, that's what they were going for here. God, it's always a cool ship. And of course, like most Gundam ships, it can go underwater.
Of course.
I don't know, did the wings? No, the wings didn't.
No, the wings are static.
But
like the Albion.
No. I like that cannon on the side. Lightning gun. It does look cool. This thing just always looked like there's so much more to it.
Yeah.
Now I realize that probably didn't actually auto-rotate, but we'll see what happens. I didn't realize there were thrusters up under here.
Yep, yeah, tiny little thrusters there too. And it's like it's not a detail you really ever see in the anime as far as I remember.
No, that's why I said I never knew those were there. But it makes sense that they would be, because otherwise all your thrust is coming from back here. You need a little bit something up there, or else it'll just run into stuff. That is cool.
And, man, I have it fully deployed with all the weaponry, but everything it like hides away, so the all the cannons can be pulled off and everything closes up.
Didn't these actually compact and drop?
Yep, those drop into.
That's impressive, not gonna lie.
Yeah, you gotta swap them out, but yeah, all the pieces are there.
It'd be cool if they did have an upscaled version.
Yeah.
But I mean, it'd be stupid expensive and incredibly hollow.
I mean, if it was just twice the size, it would still be an impressive display.
So 17 scale, that would be 1/34th? No, going the other way.
Yeah, go in the other direction. I would say roughly 1/900 would be a good scale.
Yeah, you're right. 1/900 Archangel. Never mind. Never mind. All right, but this thing is awesome, and I have always wanted to see it. Like since you got it started, so yay for that.
Yeah.
Yay. Now we got to go dump footage and charge battery for a little bit, but we'll come right back with more of the stuff that Josh has here. Which, by the way, guys, come up to Hobbytown, bring some of your builds so Josh can have less stuff here.
Yeah.
And that way,
bring your stuff so I can take my stuff out of the cases.
Yeah, he's doing it just to make it look full. Alright guys, so after all that footage dump, and believe me, it took a while, we're back with the next kit from Josh, and yeah, it's like a marathon around here. It's all good though. Like I said, bring more kits for him to fill up the case with.
Exactly.
And we have here what is clearly invisible because it's camoed.
Yep. There is no kit here. What are you talking about?
It's the John Cena kit. You can't see. Anyways, oh, so bad. It's so bad. I'm sorry, everyone. But either way, we have a really awesome Gym Sniper custom. And actually, for those who are keen-eyed, this is actually a white dingo. Mm-hmm. Which I probably would have been like, hey, where'd you get the white dingo gun? That's actually really, really cool. I've yet to actually build one of these.
It's a very nice build. It goes together quick. It's using the 2.0 as its base, but it's improved on it in pretty much every way.
Well, that's always a good thing. But they're just wringing every last bit of use out of that 2.0 frame.
You can always use the 2.0.
Hey, you know what we need? Well, actually, you know what? In universe, it makes sense.
Yep.
Totally makes sense.
They're all based off the Gundam.
They're all based off the Gundam. But it is actually very cool. And while it wasn't necessarily your intent, I'm definitely calling this at least G.I. Joe 1980s camo, because that is totally what this is. We've got the light brown tan, you got the dark brown, you've got the greens going on.
Yeah, it's based on Marine, what is it? There's a special reconnaissance squad. And that's what I used as the basis for the camo.
Now, when you did the actual camo design, did you actually just have rough cutouts and then just do a quick spray?
No, actually, what I did was I used silly putty.
Yeah.
Just kind of rolled out and then pushed onto the kit in random shapes. And just do that a color at a time, masking off everything else so there's no overspray. And it gives you that feathered edge that you want on the camo design.
Yeah, you don't want it to be harsh. Yeah,
a snake, so it's got like a soft edge to it.
So wait, hold on. You put it. How did you apply the putty? Like, were the spots where the putty was, or
just
around
like
the spots?
Right around those spots is where the thin putty went.
I got you. So I was thinking that you somehow did that, and then no, okay, totally makes more sense this way. But I mean, it looks awesome. It looks quote unquote organic, and even got the black stripes in there occasionally.
Yeah.
Good bit of weathering down here, like on the foot. Probably a little hard to see, but. And what we're not telling you is that's not actually fake dirt. This is what happens when you move.
It's got a ways to go yet, but
I'm not going to gun out of his hand.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Disarming him.
Let go. No, I'm just kidding. Though the white Dingo rifle is awkward at best.
Yeah, and it's from.
It's neat, but
I think it was the 8th MS team ground gym that had that rifle originally.
Will you please let go? Thank you. I'm just being delicate because I know how kits can be. But I mean, it looks cool. I just want to look at the rifle individually because a lot of people probably haven't even seen it. But compared to the normal rifle, which is basically just like that, like very normal rifle-ish.
Exactly. Like the rifle that comes with the standard GM Sniper 2 is a very organic, like human-oriented rifle. This one's far more boxy and sci-fi.
And yeah, could they make that a little bit bigger on the scope? Like, I think you can see everything. Yeah, the flappy here, but the ammo clip is really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what that
stock thing.
Yeah, this is so weird. And nice little bit of weathering, dry brushing on there.
Yeah,
looks very good.
Very light.
And your gun metal. Very nice. And now he looks like he needs a guitar. Get him a mandolin.
Yeah.
I really do dig it, though. I mean, like, all I'm seeing is just my childhood and the color scheme. That's all I think.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how it came out. It was another total experiment.
Yeah, I definitely need to get a hold of one of these guys. Number 38.
Yep.
Got the beam sabers on the butt. That's pretty cool.
Got all the thrusters in there, which were basically the first attempt at what I eventually did to Proto Man. Just doing the, and those are actually using the silver, so you can see the difference between using silver or gold as the base for the metallic red.
It looks like the outer ring.
That is using gold.
It's golden and the inner side is silver. That looks cool, though. I like it.
A little bit of extra detail.
Nice. I do dig it. It's pretty. It even looks like he's wearing combat boots.
Yep.
I'm sure that wasn't on accident.
Exactly what I was going for.
I like it. And the kit does feel nice and solid, too. There's a good heft.
Yeah.
I haven't actually got to look at a sniper, too.
He's got a good amount of weight to him.
Now, I do actually kind of want to get one of those, the Gym Sniper customs out there.
Yes.
One of these days. I have a list, obviously, of things I have to get.
Let's go ahead and get those.
That crunch.
Yep,
the first time you move something, you're
like... That's how you know it's been painted.
That knee doesn't want to do its thing. I bet the piston probably stuck, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that's... Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Just had to pop it back in line.
Get him to lean back. I really do dig it. I like the antennas all nice and silvered up. It almost looks like, and not necessarily dry brushing, it almost looks like a silver wash you did on some things instead.
Actually,
just how it came out. It almost looks hammered.
That's part of why I like using this paint, which is Vallejo metal color.
You mean Vallejo?
Because, no, it's Vallejo, it's Spanish.
Yes, but everyone else in the universe, they're going to be looking for Vallejo with some Y's in it. It's Vallejo for everyone else. But yes, he's correct.
But yeah, it kind of weathers naturally as you handle it. So if you paint before putting the kit together, then as you're constructing everything, it'll give you that very light silver edge around the raised portions.
And not just fingerprints like most people who put things together. Yeah. That looks cool. And camo seems to be like a big thing in the last year. Is that just me? It seems like a lot more people doing camo kits.
I've seen a lot of people doing it. I think it's a general thing from tanks. Like Tamiya and Dragon have been producing really nice tanks lately. And so people who do the modeling circuit have probably seen a lot of camo finishes on those lately. So it's pretty natural to have those extend to the Gundam kits, since they are tanks in a way.
Walking, talking tank. Well, maybe not talking. Here we go. Let's actually get a...
There you go.
So it looks very awkward. Like his fingers. He's like, I don't know how to hold this.
Is this a teacup?
Pinky out. Oh, that is cool, though. I like that.
Yeah, it's a really, really nice kit.
And of course, you could really do this with normal one. You don't have to go all white dingo.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
So you wasted a P Bandai kit. There are those people who will not paint a P Bandai kit at all.
It was a hard decision, but I had a very specific idea in my head for this kit, and eventually that's what happened.
And I know it doesn't come with a shield, but I almost feel like it needs one. Even a ground type.
It would help balance it, yeah. The White Dingo version does come with a shield, but it's the short version that you like balance the gun on top of.
Oh yeah. It's using like a bipod.
Yeah, it's like the double layered half shield with the bipod.
Well, it looks pretty cool though. I like it. Now it just needs a big Jeep with some shark teeth painted on it to drive around in.
Yep.
I'm just not letting the G.I. Joe thing go. It's just perfect. I like it. It's so much fun. Yeah, we're getting a lot of traction. I keep saying traction today. I don't know what's going on. We're getting a whole lot of content going today out of just your kits, man. But yeah, the Vallejo. I'm going to say Vallejo. Just live with it.
Yep.
It has a hammered approach, that extra weathering, like you said, as it settles.
Yeah, it's some of the best metallic paint I've ever worked with.
It looks all beat up. I mean, fun. Are you planning on doing anything more with it? Or?
Yeah, he's going to end up in a diorama eventually, and I've got some pretty cool ideas that I want to try out for him. So we'll see if those actually pan out the way I hope.
Well, if it goes right, we won't be able to see it in the diorama.
Exactly.
Which, speaking of, somebody posted a really amazing-looking diorama that was very jungle-y setting the other day. It was still mid-things. It had super dense trees and a waterfall and stuff, and that was amazing. I don't know who that was, but...
I'm going to have to go look into that.
I don't even know which group it was in. I'm only in 12 Facebook groups.
Right.
You know, hold on. If we want a comparison, though, here he is next to Proto Man.
Proto's a little short.
Where are you putting that, Proto? Anyways, and then it falls over. That's how it goes. It's just, okay, fix your feet, Proto Man. Fix your feet. There we go. All right, so let's move on to, let's see, you're going to go with the big boy or the pretty boy?
Let's go to...
I left that vague on purpose. Boom. All right. I don't know why I didn't video you setting it down, but who cares? So, guys, clearly this is a really, really small HG kit.
Yeah.
And I'm just zoomed in.
Not a whole lot of detail. It's pretty basic.
Yeah, it's garbage. Get this out of here, Josh. Obviously, guys, this is the double Zeta for Ka. And yeah, you've been working on this one for a few weeks now.
It's been a while, month and a half now, just about.
That counts as a few.
Yeah,
a few weeks. And yeah, What was that?
1 month.
1 month.
Yep,
There you go.
I got it on Christmas, so
There we
yeah.
go. Oh, that's true.
out.
Yeah. Well, you've made way more progress than I have. Mine is still wrapped. So.
I was excited. I was waiting for this one.
And it is really, really cool. This is actually the first time I'm getting a chance to even see one up close. Mitchell was working on his, but I never actually got a chance to look at it.
Right.
Because he's always in between kits.
Yep. He's
I don't know how many.
through everything.
Yeah, he's always working on everything all at once. And his XCO will never get finished.
No.
So it's going to sit next to his 00, the unfinished forever, and I'll just have to wait. But this thing does look awesome. Now, I know you did at least a good clear coat on it, but did you paint anything else?
Yes.
Okay.
All the light gray with this kind of blue tone to it has been painted,
Okay.
and then the dark blue is another set of paint, and then the darker red there.
Okay.
So, I mean, the things that I like to do
Oh,
are
she's on
basically like real grade style dual toning.
Yeah,
So
and the color separation, the panel separation.
yeah, and it makes it look so much more complex. And this one was complex to begin with, and so using a few extra colors on it just really makes it pop. And it's a fantastic kit, even without extra work. But a little bit of more in there will just kind of push it over the edge.
You know what you didn't bring? The tiny beam saber. Fetch the tiny beam saber, you guys. If you haven't built this kit yet, you have to see this. We were playing around with it earlier, but in the meantime, before you come back, I'll show off the itty bitty core fighter, which can't focus because I don't have autofocus on.
And it actually comes with 2 core fighters, so you have one to display while the other is in being the chest.
It's in being contained. That is cool. These, even though it's master grade scale, these core fighters scare me. Like, it's just like, I don't know what to do. And guys, he was literally working on this while we were charging the batteries. This thing had no decals on it whatsoever before I had to charge the camera. It's funny. All right, and because, you know, we need some sense of scale.
Because the double Zeta is kind of a large suit. It's got kind of large beam sabers, so it's got kind of large beams with it too.
A little bit. Hold on, I got to get a picture of that because that's ridiculous. There we go. Yeah. And, you know, we do actually have another comparison over there if we really want to. If you want to see how big it is, but actually I'll leave Dion's kit alone, but it's over there in the corner. Although, yeah, get Grandpa over here. We do have Grandpa to show off so you guys can see how big it is. Yeah.
So a little bit of a difference in size between the two over, what was that, about 10 years progress?
Yeah, but the scale of this hasn't really changed. Details, yes, but the regular Grandpa has not gotten any bigger over the years.
Nope.
And this is just, obviously, the obvious evolution of how this got to here. You guys can see it, right? Just pile more stuff.
Yep. They're related, just make it bigger.
Yeah, and at about, what, 6 years of development? Not even that long. It's
somewhere
maybe
around
about
there.
3 years of development, if that.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool if the double Zeta core could work in the Grandpa. I think that would be fun. I gotta get a picture of that too. There we go. I'll just take pictures of everything.
There you go.
There's too much cool stuff. All the things. But yeah, and we're not going to go into like really showing off the transformation and all that. That'll be in my review.
It's a very complex transformation. It takes a while the first time, and it takes a while even after that too.
There we go. Let me let's zoom in on this guy. I don't want to pull too close. Man, that's good. Did you actually double tone the face, or was it already like that?
Yeah, I added in some gray on there
some
too.
Gray cheeks.
I can't help myself.
And gray little vents on top of the head, right in here. And of course, a little bit of silver in the high mega and the head, and the gunmetal on vents and frame.
And the silver that's on there is actually the silver that comes with the kit. It's got some very nicely, not really chromed, but pre-coated
I like those
sprues, and they did it with an undergating that actually keeps all of the parts that you can see silver.
Oh, you mean an actual undergate?
Exactly.
That's good. And then we'll just turn around so you can see nothing but backpack. Zoom out. There we go. Nice. Just big old backpack. And then open that up. Of course, we got some missile pods.
Got just a few missiles there.
It's a missile farm. We plant the missiles, and then they come and they bloom. It's just all over the battlefield. I don't know what that accent was, but it is. Now, I'm noticing you got, I'm guessing it was just your panel line, you just haven't cleaned it up yet.
For which portions?
Like,
Oh yeah,
Here, there.
He's been.
I know it's not
washed,
done. Yeah.
But the wash has not been cleaned up yet.
Oh, okay. See, from this angle, the two different reds, you can see it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Well, I can see it, but if the camera isn't doing any good. Come on, camera. There we go. That's what I want. Yeah, that's neat. And I'm still scared. Because I've yet to build a double Zeta ever. Well, it's in an MG size, I should say. Oh, there's your core fighters. Yeah, look. The double Zeta core fighter is actually smaller.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because it actually has to get in there.
Yep.
This is literally the torso. This is not, you know. But this also shrinks down, because these are on little sliders going that way.
Yeah, they collapse in there.
And then... I guess the nose doesn't fold away like this one, right?
No,
this one doesn't fold away.
The
What am I
whole thing
thinking?
flops over, but it doesn't like slide in.
Nice. Pretty. Yay. I was wondering what you were doing over there, because I'm looking at the kid. I'm like, all of a sudden there's another core fighter on the table. They're reproducing. We have to stop them.
We can do. We can, even if we're not transforming it, we can probably open up the chest and get a good shot of the pilot in there.
Relinquish. There we go. That is on there. Just so you can see the battery. That's almost the size of a AAA battery.
That's pretty close, yeah.
Wow. And I can't hold on to things. That's a chopstick, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring up the fact it took two of us to do that, but...
that beam saber
Bad Josh.
It's literally the perfect grade beam saber that they've been using ever since the original.
That is redunculous. Come here, Proto Man. He's just going to be our little guinea pig always in the background. Come here, Proto. Here, you stand here. Will that come out?
Yeah.
With some coaxing? Oh, it literally almost fits.
So close.
Look at that. It is so
close.
If it wasn't painted, it would go. I guarantee you that would totally fit in there. Here we go. Just use your imaginations, kids.
Yeah.
Wow. But look, just bam.
It's a bit big.
I dub thee man of Proto. Is it? Okay, it was just round. I just want to make sure it wasn't keyed, and I was just like, I'll break that off just for fun, because that's what I do. I was hoping it would fall over again, because that seems to be the thing.
Let's see if we can
open up the
get
chest.
in here and
Open it.
open that up and see
If we can even see that. Focal. Oh, yeah. Coolness. You can totally see the cockpit right there. Nice.
So yeah, you got judo in there.
Good luck closing it now.
Yep.
It's over. Okay, that was awkward. There we go. All right. Wait, did I even get pictures? Yeah, I got... No, the sniper I didn't get pictures. That's right. I'll get them later. It don't matter.
Later.
If only the white screen was going to be here forever. Seriously, though. Just... What does... And yeah, it'll technically hold it.
Yeah,
but I would not say it'll
fit. It's got a holding hand, but it's not like gripping it. It's gently kind of around it.
I think realistically the beam saber's holding the hand.
Probably.
It's got its own gravity at that point. All right, this thing is ridiculous. We'll move on to the final thing. It's wow, just wow. All right, guys, so we're going to finally take a look at the last thing here, and it is backwards. As you can tell, it's a beautiful Barbatos Lupus Rex. And I know it's the Lupus Rex because feet and tail and Christmas tree. The Christmas tree mace. Maybe that's what I'll do for my Christmas Gundam next year. I'll just do a Barbatos Lupus Rex in Christmas colors.
There you go.
And he'll have a tail.
Wielding Christmas tree.
And he'll have a tail with a Santa hat on it. It's just a whip around Santa hat. All right. Now, okay, because it's making a mess here, what's going on with this base? What's under here?
It's using a bit of railroad base, actually, which is a desert base that's then been airbrushed red, so it looks like the surface of Mars.
Oh, because it actually just looks like he's... No offense. It looks like it's just sandpaper laid over it.
Which I guess realistically is sandpaper for effect.
Yeah, it's a desert basing sheet that is literally pretty much sandpaper on top of plastic, and then that's on top of a few pieces of styrofoam, and then heat gunned so it could be pressed down into a non-flat base.
Yeah, it looks cool. I like it. Of course, I love the Barbatos, as we all know at this channel. Oh, Diane did leave. He was in here. But yeah, this thing is ridiculous. And it is, of course, the 1/100 full mechanics version. And I like it. Once again, another thing I haven't necessarily seen up close. Though I've always wanted the Lupus, but not the Rex.
The funny thing with this is I actually bought the 1/100 Lupus the day before they announced the Lupus Rex design, and then as soon as I saw that with the larger mace and the tail and everything, it's like, I'm bringing the Lupus back.
I'm bringing the Lupus back.
Because I know that my opinion doesn't match a lot of people's, but I think that the Rex is the best version.
I'm trying to figure out why I don't have a camera thingy right there. That's weird. It suddenly said, nope, you can't take any more pictures. Maybe it's because autofocus is on or off. I don't know. Either way, but it does look fantastic. But what I was getting at with the, I like Lupus a little bit better because, of course, my wife has Lupus. I want to do a custom for it. She's like, there's a Gundam named Lupus? I'm like, more or less.
Kinda.
But I actually do want to do it in the Lupus Awareness colors, which is purple. Yeah. So it should be fun. So I'm going to need a buttload of purples. But this thing is really, really awesome. You got a bunch of sand and dust and weathering and basically like it's been on the surface of Mars.
Yeah, it's like with how down to Earth, how down to Mars IBO is as a series, then this thing I really wanted to make look beat up and dusty and used, and so every part of that figured in.
No pun intended.
I didn't use the gunmetal that I typically use for Gundam frames. I actually used a burnt iron finish, so that it would look like it was a 300-year-old frame that had just been sitting around.
Very nice. Actually, yeah, because it isn't a gunmetal frame to begin with. It's not actually that color. And a lot of people do tend to paint it more of a gunmetal-y metal color. It actually has a more of a brownish tone. Not just in the kits, in the series.
And it's like the Barbatos is so different from so many other Gundams that it just, anything extra that I could do to make it stand out that much more, I wanted to go for it.
Yeah. Me likey. Not just me fanboying. It is cool. And it's using the sub-arm, so help hold up the mace on the backside. You can't really see it from this angle, but that's pretty awesome.
And this was the first kit that I actually seriously airbrushed, so there's not a single bit of bare plastic left there. Everything on it has been painted using the airbrush one way or another.
What about the wire?
The wire is not plastic, it's rubber.
Well, you said every part of it. I'm going to find the one part. You know I'm a jackass like that. But it does look... And since I just built the HG, it's already... that's fresh in my mind. So I can see a lot of the differences.
Yeah, there's a lot more surface detail on the full mechanics version.
Yeah. But overall, I mean, it's amazing what they capture in the HG scale.
Yeah,
especially considering it has a full frame. They've been getting
better and better, and yeah, having the full frames for the IBO series was a really cool step on their part.
It almost needs like some crumpled up Garn Roadie right here.
Right.
Just because I'm seeing this as like the first scene when it first comes down and just knocks all those roadies down.
Yeah, it just needs some destruction underfoot.
It just gets a little bit dirty. But it does look awesome. Because I'm sure plenty of people have probably done that first scene of Barbatos crushing the Greys. And the snow base even for... Well, actually, we never got a 1/100 Greys Ritter, which is a shame.
No, not the Ritter.
Because that would be a good one.
Yeah.
Actually, we just didn't... Let's just be honest. We didn't get enough 1/100 IBO kits.
No.
And everybody loves
the ones
them.
that they focused on, there were so many other choices.
Why Vidar and Bael?
Yeah.
I mean, I get Vidar, but it makes sense. But why Bael? That had the least amount of screen time out of anything in the series. We didn't get the full. I said full Burnian. We didn't get the full city.
Yeah, it's like I was waiting for that because they had done the first Gusion and they had done it with the conversion and everything, and then never got around to the full city.
And a full city would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Especially with all
I
4
would've loved
guns.
that. Mm-hmm.
But I think Flaros, also, all of the Tekadon Gundams would have been amazing.
Oh, yeah.
In that. And of course we have to. That works.
Yeah, he's
I like it. That's
good color.
okay. Let's put the
there.
tail on Proto Man. He's just gonna be our little. He's our scale model. He's our stand-in for Wally at this point. I really do like it. And I mean, while the base is simple, it's very effective.
Yeah.
And it's making a mess.
Yeah, that too.
that is the problem with it literally being sand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's coming off. And did you say you sprayed it to make it red?
Yeah, it was airbrush red to make it more Martian than just kind of like dirt.
Okay, so it was a dirt base. It wasn't like a fake grass base.
No,
okay.
it was a dirt base.
I want to know how they got trees on Mars. They must have sense. Because you don't. No, realistically, that's one thing you don't see a whole lot of. No, you don't actually.
Yeah, no.
Are there trees at all on just total random thing? Do you ever see a tree on Mars? You see crops.
Yeah,
but
I mean, they had
all
the
the
crops. I don't know if they had any large trees.
All the trees are on
maybe
Earth.
the cities, but I'd have to go back through and watch it.
I don't think they do. Now I want to know. Guys, if you know, let us know in the comments down below. Just if you've seen IBO more recently than we have, let us know if there are any trees on Mars. Because I don't think there are. Grass and crops.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't think there's trees, but they got an atmosphere somehow. Either way, we're going way off topic here. We're supposed to be talking Gunpla. We're going full Gundam nerd. But this is awesome. Actually, let's wrap it up with pulling everybody out here together. How about that? All right. So that's everything we looked at here for Josh, because overkill is the name of the game. But you have such a variety of techniques that you were using for all of these things versus playing with the new metallics, going full camo, your first even airbrush job at all. Pretty much closest finished thing you've got so far.
Clean, yeah.
But I mean, in fact, it's probably the most recent thing you've done.
Yes, that is the most recent
and
one.
And then this, which is a full paint job from the ground up, and totally just not even in the same realm as this. So I mean, like, as always, your work blows me away.
Yeah, I mean, when I get a new kit, I really can't help myself. I have to try a new technique on it, whether it's building or it's painting or it's weathering. You know, something about it, because that's how I keep myself interested.
Oh, so you're like me, both building tables. Because I do the same thing. It's like I want to learn a new technique that I haven't done before. I want a new tool that I haven't used before.
Yeah.
I apply the same thing, just not necessarily in Gunpla level. But I guess I'm getting there. I'm working on scratch building and stuff like that. And between you and Mitchell and a couple other guys, I should be able to learn how to airbrush effectively.
There you go. I don't have anything scratch built in this set right now.
There we go. You said right now.
Right now.
Yeah. Wait, have you scratch built much?
I
mean, obviously the local type.
The local type was some scratch building. I've done a few other projects, but nothing huge and notable.
Okay. Not a full-on making something into something else.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Okay, so I think I'm beating you there, I guess. Whatever. See, there you go. I'll have you interview me when I review that. There we go. We'll literally do a SHOKYS showcase from that point of view. But as always, it's awesome talking to you, buddy, and showing off your stuff. And guys, if you have any questions, by all means, throw them down in the comments, and I'll make Josh answer them. Just keep an eye out for this video when it comes out in 7 months when I remember to edit it. But it's definitely a lot of fun. I'm glad I came up here and did this.
And yeah, with the questions, if you have anything, or you can always come and see me in person over at Hobbytown, because I'm here all the time.
Yeah, for sure, guys. Definitely, because obviously you guys are awesome enough to let me come down here and borrow your build room for this meeting room. So yeah, guys, always come down here and check out Hobbytown on Highway 6 in Houston. Of course, these are my Gunpla dealers. Like I said, they're holding my kids hostage until I film their stuff.
Yep.
And then possibly in the future, I'll be helping you guys out with a little bit of YouTubery.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can get you guys set up in the right way. So, guys, keep a lookout for that, for a potential future endeavor. And this is not an official announcement in any ways. This is ideas are in the works.
Yeah.
Sponsored by, or as I said in some of my last videos, sponsored by my wallet. There we go. But we'll catch you guys later. Remember to like and subscribe if you're new here. And thanks to my Patreon guys, as always, for making things happen. And yeah, remember as always, guys, keep on building. And definitely, if you need help build the building, the guys here at Hobbytown will help you out.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, and Gunpla meets. If you're in the Houston area, by all means, come to the monthly Gunpla meets.
Yep. Check the Houston Gundam Club on Facebook, or just come into the store. We'll have the next meet dates posted either of those places.
Yeah, usually by the register.
Yep.
And over the meet door.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. See you guys later.